Okay, hello friends, this is Yusuf here. Welcome to our first video on CSS tutorial. Okay, so in this video, we're just going to learn about some basic stuff on CSS. So CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. So as we have seen in our very first video, CSS will be used to design our website. Okay, using the colors and the formatting, layouts, and so on. Okay, so let's get started. So here I have opened a new HTML file, and here I opened it in a browser. Okay, so let's go with the boilerplate CSS Basics. Okay, all right. So first thing, as we have seen earlier, let's create a simple para tag, para1. Okay, and then so what we need to learn the basics of CSS. Okay, so the syntax. So if I want to apply some styling to this paragraph tag, okay, so how can that be applied? So we can apply in three different ways. Okay, so the first way is to apply it on the tag itself. So on the tag where we want to apply the style, we have a style property, and inside that property we can give key value pair, which is nothing but the CSS property. Okay, okay, so we should call this style as attribute, not property. Okay, so for the style attribute of a tag, we will apply something like, say, color red. Okay, so once we do that, if you refresh, you should be able to see that content in that particular style. This we call it as inline CSS. Okay, because it's inline to the element itself. And second is, if the same style I want to apply using an internal CSS, then we should have a tag called style on the head section. Okay, so within that style tag, whatever we apply, that will be applied to the document. So say for example, here I say the same paragraph tag. Okay, and then I say color equals to blue. Okay, so now I'm going to have another paragraph here, para 2, save. So as you can see, if you refresh, this second para comes in blue color. Why? Because in this style section we say that all the paragraph within this particular body should be in blue color. Okay, but within the body we have explicitly said that this paragraph should be red, so this will get overridden, it will be red color. But this paragraph doesn't have any style for its own, like there is no inline style, so it will take that internal style. Okay, the third way of applying the style is actually using an external style sheet. Okay, which means we can create an external CSS file, okay, something like this, okay, on the same directory, and then you can define the style. So here I say that maybe paragraph, not paragraph, okay, maybe h3, and I say text decoration underline. Okay, save. So this style, if you want to include into our HTML, then we have to create a link tag. Okay, and then this type is optional. Okay, if you want. Okay, so here we'll say style.css. So using the link tag, we can link the external CSS document into our HTML. Okay, so now if we save this, and if I create one h3, this is h3, save and refresh, this h3 comes with the underline. Why? Because we linked that style.css into our HTML and it got applied. Okay, so the basics of CSS, we just learned how different ways we can apply it on a document. And yeah, going back, so a CSS consists of three things. Okay, one, we call it as a selector, where we are selecting what element to target. Okay, and then we have a property and a value. Okay, CSS property and CSS value. So that is how we are applying the CSS. Now let's quickly learn about classes and IDs. Okay, fine. So if, say for example, I have another paragraph, I say this is para 3. Okay, and what you might guess the output will be. Okay, so this paragraph 3 will come, and it comes with a blue color. So this makes sense because we said we are targeting all the paragraph in the document to be in blue color. Okay, and it turns out to be this paragraph and this paragraph both are targeted for blue color. Okay, but assume I want to color this one separately. Okay, how do we do that? So there comes the concept of classes. So the classes are nothing but it's an individual element which you can have for that you can have a separate styling, and that class you can apply into whatever the tag you want. Okay, so to make it simpler, say for example I'm going to say that dot, okay, a class should start with the dot, okay, blue. I'm creating a class called blue, and then I say color equals to blue. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of this paragraph tag because I don't want to target a direct element. Okay, I'm getting rid of it. And now since it's a class, we can apply this class to whatever the tag we want. So which means I can go to this paragraph and I say class equals to blue, save. Here only the para 2 becomes a blue color, and para 3 there is no style applied. Okay, so that is the beauty of class. So which means even I can apply the class to h3 tag here. Okay, class equals to blue, and then that will turn into blue color. And one more good thing about classes is actually we can apply more than one class to the same tag, which means so we already know there is one underline here for only h3. Okay, so assume I'm going to create another dot underline class with name underline. Okay, and I just say text decoration underline. So now since we have created this as a tag, I can remove this h3. I mean, I don't want to target that direct element anymore. Okay, I'm saving this, and here I'm saving this. Wherever I want to apply underline, I can basically use that class. So here you can see for h3 we are applying two classes, one is blue, another one is underline, which means we still get the same result. So that is the beauty of classes. So classes, we can create individual class with its own styling, and we can apply that class to whatever the tag we want. Okay, and then let's quickly see also about IDs, which means I can have this para ID attribute. Okay, I say that p2, say for example, okay, anything, and if you want to tag this particular paragraph using this ID, then we have to use a hash. Okay, so p2. So maybe I will say that what I can say, okay, text decoration, not decoration, text style, font style tags. Okay, so now what you see, this para 3 now becomes italics because we are targeting directly the ID. Okay, fine. So we just learned about classes, IDs, and just one quick reminder, we cannot put same ID to a different more than one tag. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that class can be repeated if you want, but ID cannot repeat. Okay, one ID should only have an unique ID. So if I assign this as p2, then I cannot use this p2 anywhere in my document. Okay, fine. Now let's quickly understand about the ordering on which these styles getting applied. Okay, that is very important. So when we say cascading style sheet, then which means it applies in a particular order. Okay, so say for example, okay, so what I do, let me do this one. Okay, so blue, I have a blue color. Okay, so here as you can see, this class is now applied blue color. Okay, just for a demo purpose, I'm creating the same with the class name of blue, but I'm saying the color is maybe what I say, tomato. Okay, there is a class color called tomato. Okay, so save. So now if you see the result, whatever we have applied blue, right, it becomes to the tomato color. Why? Because when it applies the style, it takes the latest value. Okay, that is very important, which also means, take for example, I have a same class name, but I say color, okay, equals to gray. Okay, and just the fact, if I move this link tag from here to here, then from the order of execution, obviously this style sheet is here. Okay, after this blue this declaration of blue class, then we have another declaration of blue class into this in this style.css. So if you save this and then refresh, everything turns into gray color. So that is the important thing. Okay, but even though if you still notice that okay, so this is the order. Okay, anything which you specify inline, that takes the highest priority, and then based on the order of the style sheet, okay, it takes the second priority, and even if it is not there, then it takes the browser default. Okay, Yeah, so I think this is the topics which I want to cover. So we just learned about the syntax like selectors and then property. Let me tell you the final selector, which means I can target more than one tag like this. Okay, if we have a same style applies to more than one tag, we can apply with a comma, so that we don't want to implement multiple declarations. Okay, so say for example I want to apply paragraph and h4, maybe one style called font weight bold. Okay, so what happened, basically you can see it becomes a bold color. Okay, for both. Okay, let's have one h4 just to check. Okay, this is h4, it should come in bold color. Okay, so we can have a comma to target more than one element. We can target only it targets to all the tags. We can have a dot, then we can create class. We can use hash to create IDs, and we can target using class, ID, and the direct tags to apply the stylings. Okay, so the thing for the first video, this should be enough. Okay, and in our upcoming videos we will see more about styling, and we will learn about different CSS properties that is going to help us in creating our website in a beautiful manner. Okay, so yeah, so that's it for the end of this video. I hope you like it, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, thanks for watching.